All right, it looks like that's working. All right. So there are people who are rather newer here. And for those of you who recently signed up, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, you know what to do. That does add a weird fucking flavor. Okay, so in light of the last video getting struck down, here's the latest update about that. Okay, I did put an appeal. I asked them, okay, guys, come the fuck on. Clearly, no one was nude. And furthermore, if this shit keeps getting flagged by bots, and okay, and the video at 11:59 p.m., and I get an email with the timestamp of 12:01 a.m., chances are it is a fucking Karen that's showing up, just follow my small ass fucking, live stream to fucking flag shit. But one of the things I did notice, now I didn't notice it in the other one, I noticed it this time. They wanted me to review the first 3 minutes or so of the actual live stream, which for now, as you can see, I have the camera off. It'll be on in a moment. So I don't know if that was a factor. I mean, again, I am wearing fucking clothes for fuck's sake, so it ain't me being nude. What's up, Red? Let me know if you want to join. I can throw the link in the chat. And also, those of you guys who will be listening back to this on the Instagram, I'm live streaming on there as well. Doing a simulcast, basically. You can't go to the goddamn bacon on YouTube. I'm on there as well. Putting content out there, just like now. Geez, so okay. So for the first 3 minutes now, I'm going to give it more 3 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. We're just going to have the camera fucking off. And furthermore, since just posting pictures of female beauty, apparently that, Twitter, the Twitter bots are so fucking sexist, you can't fucking do that. That's it, we'll figure something out as far as that goes. You ever check out my comment on Twitter? No, I'm gonna do that after I'm done with this. And well, hell, I actually have other shit going on right now. Yeah. Let me turn these around. There we go. The fucking Instagram, the other phone is way more zoomed in. Accusing me of not being subscribed. You hear him. All right. Well, thanks for subscribing. Yeah. Your legs are not feminine beauty. No, they're not. Her legs, however, that's a whole different story. Now, for a second, I'm going to work for a gym. Well, I've got a few minutes, so why not? Man. Off your clipboard. Oh, that made that a lot easier. There you go. At least I think it did. There it goes. Yeah. I got a story to tell, and honestly, you know what? Jesus Christ, it's actually kind of hot in here. That fucking space heater is really working. So a couple other things. One, I had to start to tell, as a title, I guess, would kind of give it away. Hence why you have a title. But I did want to start putting more content, as some people would say, sane people's hours. Because everybody apparently, like they wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they go to bed at 7 p.m. Hell, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So fine, I'll put some more content up, like in the afternoon when I can. Yeah, when all you fucker boomers are eating dinner, and I'm just waking up. One other thing I'm doing today. Here's something I noticed. So I've gotten a little bit more sensitive to coffee, which I used to drink a shit ton of. I can't drink a shit ton of it anymore. At least not, I guess not quite the strength that I used to have it. I started getting the fucking, what was it, like kind of the physical anxiety things. I noticed that, hang on.
Howdy.
What's going on, Red?
Oh, not a whole lot. I'm keeping my camera off. I'm on the road right now.
I noticed.
I got work clothes on, too, so.
Yeah, them work clothes, they super sexy, man. They're going to get me fucking, they're going to get this video flagged, if you have the camera on,
Oh, I'm just going to go full strip here, man.
Right?
But, no, did you check out my Twitter?
I have not, I've just, I haven't checked out the notifications. I've just gone in there to kind of post a couple things. I haven't had the time yet. I'm going to do that after I get off of here, actually.
Yeah, but.
And, no, well, go ahead. Is this something pressing you needed to, put out there?
No, I was just going to say, like, basically my comment, it might help clear some things up. What I think might be the problem. It might be Playboy copyright, because I looked at her profile. She's some kind of Playboy affiliate, by the way it looks.
Oh, fuck you, by the way, Joe. Chief Marine ain't got shit on me, man. Look at the comments.
What is this?
Joe's in the chat.
Wow.
No, well, it didn't say anything about copyrights, and trust me, I've seen copyright strikes.
Okay.
No, it's straight up said, violated the sex and nudity guidelines.
Well, see, it may be an inadvertent thing, because it recognizes like Playboy associated.
Oh,
bullshit,
I see what you mean.
Right? Yeah.
It's a known image, which I don't know. Well, yeah. I don't subscribe to Playboy, so.
Well, I looked her up just on a normal search, and there's
like
a lot of
like an image search or something.
Yeah, there's a lot. So.
Well, that other one, I think it was what's her name, Dare Taylor, which she's fairly well known. So, well, hell, again, it goes back to my question. She has her own fucking YouTube channel too, which I don't fucking remember what the hell it is. So how the hell is she able to post her own fucking pictures?
I see.
I mean, it's just raises more questions. Me and her actually talk every once in a while on Instagram, by the way. I do actually talk to some of these people.
There you go.
So
yeah,
I think it helped her actually get some content back on her too, because she would get her shit banned too. That's why I made the call. I was like, shit. Okay, well, I can't ask her because she gets her shit banned too.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw a comment about that, and it just made me think of the whole like debate between like artists and their record labels.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Right?
Here we go.
Good old Prince stuff, right?
Yeah. Who fucking knows? Well, I'll figure some shit out as far as that goes.
Well,
I
and
don't
I
know.
mean, you were just
Maybe.
doing some like normal ass talking, right? You weren't talking explicitly related to that stuff, right?
Oh hell! Well,
Who knows?
that was the whole fucking point of the damn video. It was hell. I started with you know what? Again, I'm probably gonna have to deal with this. You know, I probably should deal with this before I get back on Twitter. You know, because priorities. You want to know what the fuck I walked into a couple of nights ago?
What's up?
First of all, me being a fucking dumbass or being complacent or whatever, my fucking door is unlocked, which is not. And I've done that before. I mean, that's just kind of telling of the area I live in now. I never would have done this anywhere else. But I'm like, okay. So I look, and I'm walking in the door, and I'm looking to see, you know, okay, is anything out of place here? No, it's not. Everything looks okay. And I walk in, and there's some shit on the floor. And I'm like,
all right,
this shit was not here because I fucking vacuumed before I left. In other news, yes, I actually do clean my fucking place up every once in a while. And I'm looking around like, okay, is this rice? No, I pick it up. I smell it. It's not food. It isn't like something I knocked on the floor or anything. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, this is some foreign shit. And I look up and Jesus Christ, there's a fucking hole in the ceiling. Like, okay. So the rain somehow found its way through the 2 or 3 year old fucking roof. So I had to grab mine. By the way, for whatever reason, Joe, you can tell me if you've noticed this too, and if you have a reason for this shit. Why the fuck have 5-gallon buckets been out of stock for like 4 fucking weeks? You know, I finally had gotten one, literally like maybe a couple of days before. So that was still empty. I was gonna put some like some, you know, protein shakes or some shit in there, you know, like just in case, just shit to have just in case. And I had to grab that, put that under there. It's not that bad a leak. But that's how I started the fucking video out. It's like I was dealing with real, like, actual shit. Yes, thanks, show fake news. He has an answer for us. Why are 5-gallon buckets? Is everybody taking my advice of, okay, we're out of exercise equipment, go get a couple of 5-gallon buckets and fill them up with sand? Well, people bought them for food stores. Very hard to find. Oh, okay. Okay, no.
See,
he's right.
I'm lucky because I can still go to a gym.
Well, that was the reason I brought that up in the first place was, well, a lot of people, you know, well, okay, you can go to the gym. I don't go to the gym. I still have a pair of, hang on. These people think these are not real. I still got a pair of 50-pound dumbbells. So that's what I use.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, that's really all you need.
Yeah. Doesn't do everything, but if you can get damn near a full body workout with that. But that was a quick and easy idea for somebody, you know, they didn't have gym equipment. They didn't want to just do you know, body weight. By the way, Bay.com, he's got good shit as far as that goes. But you know, you can take a couple of those. If you don't have sand, which if you fill up with sand, it's like 66 pounds or something like that. If you fill them with water, that's about 46, 48 pounds. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's roughly around that area. So it's not going to solve all your problems, but that's definitely going to fucking help.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, technically, like, I could just go over to my mom and dad's place. They got that farm. I've got plenty of like makeshift things that weigh approximately certain weights. So
okay. Yeah, you know what?
Let's admit, I mean, the gym's really kind of a social ritual.
Yeah. I get
right?
you. I mean, well, yeah, I get it. I don't really I would talk to some personal trainers. There was some Venezuelan chick who she worked there. Oh, Red Sings the Blues is he's in the Instagram chat.
Cool.
Check out his channel, Red Sings the Blues. He's got a lot of good shit. And back to the point of that video that I had to get the second fucking time I've had to, write to these fuckers like, hey, nobody's getting fucking raw dogged on my fucking show. Can you put it back up, please? The whole fucking point was, look, everybody talks about the girls and the red pills and the alphas and the manospheres and all this other shit. One, at what point do you actually stop talking and start doing? And two, do you have anything else to talk about? Now, the whole reason I led with, that fucking problem, you talk about dealing with the gym and going to the farm is like, we got other shit going on. So how about we fucking address that shit? That make any sense? I mean, you've been around a lot of these conversations. I think you were in the chat with on Red Evening. I think they were talking about that too. Check them out. Jack Napier. It's like, y'all motherfuckers have way too much time to talk. None of y'all motherfuckers have enough time to actually fucking act to do anything. That's what that video was about. Am I missing something here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were talking about it on Red Evening when we got together on Masculine Geek. I mean, that was the same kind of thing. I guess boiled down is, what do you want? And like, are you going to actually do something instead of talk? Right?
Right? Yeah. And Red said the same thing. He's in the YouTube thing too now.
Cool. Okay.
Red, if you ain't well, I don't know. We got Bright Red here. Apparently that's what Bull Rush calls you. I went with Light, but I guess that sounds better. Dark Red, let me see here. There you go.
Well, if Dark Red wants to come
behind
in,
the mic. Oh, speak of the devil.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Nothing, man. I just saw you on Instagram. Just thought I'd stop by.
Oh, well, I had a fucking sea story to tell, but this has just turned into kind of a free for all, which is fine with me.
Yeah, we were talking about Bacon getting his stuff canceled, like he's always good at doing.
Oh yeah. I had, man, when I first started this channel, I did a review on a cartoon called a Steven Universe, and that got taken down within a day.
I wonder what you judged on it.
Oh yeah. There was an episode about Steven proposing to Connie like a goddamn simp, and we went hard on that, and YouTube just said no. First off, it wasn't even YouTube; it was Cartoon Network that found us out.
Oh shit! Okay, so that was an actual copyright thing then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Cartoon Network. First off, Cartoon Network kind of gave us that. I thought you guys were like diversity and inclusion and all that shit. Wasn't that it? And then you're giving us the because we're two blacks and a Hispanic.
They're censoring minority channels, for fuck's sakes.
I know, right? It's weird, isn't it?
Well, there was a conversation you had the other night, right, about being high yellow and how that's a problem, right? It's it's stupid. It's stupid that you guys have become the new bar for like, the new supremacy people. It's like,
speaking of which, right? Red, Bright Red, there was a meme that I actually saw and it was taken down, but I'm glad I downloaded and got the screenshot of it. You guys ever hear of this outlet called The Root?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Apparently they had this headline. I haven't seen the actual article, but I saw the headline. Apparently, straight what was it? Straight black males are the new white, the white supremacists or something like that.
You know, I'm glad I
Yeah,
live
that's
under a rock. I'm glad I live under a rock.
It's just
I'm glad it's days like these where I'm just glad I live under a rock.
right.
yeah, because
You can't make this shit up.
Like I said on the post, man, like I got some friends in your guys' situation where they were kind of playing the fence, but now they're just kind of like, oh shit, now we're getting it. So
Well,
it's
right.
The problem is that now you can't blame white men anymore for problems. Now who are you gonna blame? Oh, now we can blame black men because black men. I'm like, oh, come on now. Like, are we really gonna do this? And yeah, they're doing it. And look, listen, every man here now I can understand why men are completely upset. I can understand why men just opt out of the dating market. I can understand it. Look, listen, being in the battlefield is just letting you know, being in the battlefield is for me, man, like I just practice, but it is generally a complete waste of my time. Like you're not, if you're 25 and don't have anything going on for you, and I'm not saying even if you do have anything going on for you, women are just not there. Listen, any guy on this in this space can tell you, yeah, they're not going to really look at you as much as you think they're going to look at you. You're not going to get as much play. And the thing about it, and look, listen, I understand why a lot of guys are upset. It's a jungle out there. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Well, I always go back to this question, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me looking at my life and look, as Rob says, I got shit to do. You know what? You know what I'm worried about? Everybody was worried about, the new calendar bringing in new changes and all this other shit. Because that's always fucking worked in the past. Chris Von Erich he had a show about just that. Like, yeah, motherfuckers making resolutions. Okay, I'll see you in April. See if you've actually lost 15 fucking pounds.
Yeah, you guys are idiots. It's either
right
now or you're not.
But you know what I'm worried about?
Because hold on, before we go any further, I can tell you a trend I'm seeing already being in the gym that I'm about to go into. This is the time of the year that all those people that make those resolutions hog the gym, and then the rest of the year, nowhere to be seen. And if it's really snowy, but like when it's warmish like this, they're in, and it takes forever. But
oh yeah, I don't make resolutions. In fact, you know what, man? I'm actually glad to be where I am because my resolution was to start a podcast, and I'm almost at 1,000. I'm almost at 1,000 right now, so I'm actually really, really glad that I started something, and now it's just become a business and stuff like that. So I actually follow through with it. And
right,
New Year's resolutions are just pieces of shit anyway. Like, I mean, New Year's resolutions is like giving somebody a Valentine's Day card. It's useless. It's worthless.
Huh.
It's like an empty tradition for a lot of people. Like,
oh yeah,
like they have to have.
A-Dub has joined the chat.
No one cares and no one follows through. So it's just more or less that.
They have to have they have to have something else telling them, like some kind of tradition or something telling them, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, I should be doing this because it's me.
Yeah.
Saying I got to do this.
Well, see, and that's kind of the thing. And a lot of guys in the manosphere got on my case about not saying stay on your purpose. What's the point of being on your purpose if you don't know what that is? So you're just saying a fucking catchphrase. It's like your favorite superhero saying his like catchphrase, or Shaggy saying zoinks or something like that. Like it's everyone saying stay on your purpose, but does anyone raise your hand? Anyone know what their purpose is outside of fucking and dying?
I do. Hey, it's my fucking happiness and progress. That's fucking mine.
Yeah, exactly. I do what the hell that I want, and I make sure that nobody else tells me how to live for the most part. So,
and see, there you go. And I think that's where a lot of guys in the manosphere kind of, they kind of just started chomping my head off about that, because it was like, well, you're a red pill guy. Why aren't you saying stay on your purpose? First off, I don't know what your fucking purpose is. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know, because I don't. And to say stay on your purpose is the reason why you're upset now. Is because you're watching way too many people. That's number one. And number two, you're not doing what you say you're gonna do. It's literally like Abu American said it, and I do agree with him on this. He said that the more of the stuff that you're doing and you're not even applying it, it's fucking useless to you. Like in hindsight. And a lot of guys even got on my case when I said, yo, like the more of this content, because a lot of guys still come. I don't remember when I was like probably 2, 3, 5 months into this thing. Guys were asking me about cold approaching and shit like that. I was like, are you guys fucking serious? Yeah. I was like, are you fucking serious? This is the reason why I said I'm not doing any of those videos, because they were useless to you.
They're never going to apply shit. And you know what? To your point, look, they're looking for other people basically to, set their fucking purpose. Because you know what? In order to do your own fucking thing, ask me how I know. In order to get your own fucking thing to become your own piece, you want to know why I literally, like, from the fucking start, I went with the goddamn bacon. Do you know why I did that?
Why'd you do it?
Carnivore stuff.
Because I was nowhere near that at that point. This is talking about 7, 8 something years ago. This goes way back. I wanted to be my own fucking entity. I didn't want to be tied to any fucking labels. Before I even heard about the red pill, like, I wasn't trying to be red pill. I wasn't trying to be, I'm this masculine guy. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not trying to be this alpha dude. I'm not trying to be whatever the fuck it's called, whatever these fucking labels are, because you know what? They all always end up getting co-opted by these fucking losers, these fucking lazy bastards who just need something else to reach for, to label and define themselves and do absolutely no fucking work to actually earn that shit. Now, Red has fucking done that. Other Red has done that. Bull Rush in the chat has definitely done that. Joe Dolio has done that. They made a fucking name for themselves. But it's real easy to just call yourself fucking red pill. And as you said, you can just use these fucking labels, and just rehash this shit without even knowing what the fucking definition is, let alone what it actually fucking means.
Yeah.
It's all fucking language until you make it actions, until you make it real.
Yeah. A lot of people won't get there, and that's just the thing. I guess that's why you have a lot of those doomers walking around, because again, those were the guys that probably spent money on dating courses, being told it's not your fault, you got a bright future ahead of you, and then doing all the work, and then going up to one woman and getting their ass kicked. And now they're talking about, well, the dating coaches are wrong. The dating coaches are what's wrong with this world. And I'm like, and in hindsight, it's more or less you were the one that supported them. But don't bring that up. Don't bring up accountability, because even in this space,
oh god,
people have a thing about accountability,
and we're demonetized.
Accountability. No. I don't want to be held accountable for my actions. So I'm going to go to somebody else that talks about female nature and all that other stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. See ya when I'm on other big people's channels talking about the same exact thing.
God, yeah, that's why I told you I did what was it, New Year's Eve. It was like, okay, at least Red gets it. He's gonna fucking move on and talk about something else. Like, what else we got? Going back to what I'm worried about, and this actually, ironically, it does tie back into, hey, how do you get the girls? So, you want to know what I'm focusing on within the next few weeks?
What's up?
Where to park my fucking money. I'm looking at different investments.
But
looking at the different,
like I'll tell you this, my man. Like I'm looking at my subscriber count right now, and they were all like, "Well, I hope guys wake up in 2021." There were 3-5 videos about how to do this with women. I'm like, yeah, you guys are losing me at this point,
right?
You guys lost me. Like it's not even 4 days into 2021. I expect nothing. I expected nothing from this.
We should have done, actually. Just Operation Evil style. Like, hey, the 2021's guide to how to get the girls. Like, we should have fucking did that. We just put it on Gumroad for like $5 or something. We'd all get like $10,000-$15,000 each or something like that. Could have fucking did that.
But the thing is, man, it's like, okay, we're gonna be all about us, still talking about women,
Right?
still talking about these hoes. Like,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were trying to move, and I've said this on somebody else's channel. I've sent them a super chat, and I said, okay, let's see if they take the bait on this one. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do it. Exactly. They were just like, well, men and women. I was like, yep, I knew they were gonna do it. I was like,
Yep.
guys, see, I'm proving a point. I don't like doing it, but I'm proving a point. Don't go to these people thinking they'll talk about different things. They are still going to talk about women. That's their bread and
Right.
butter.
That's their soapbox, man.
I hate to be the guy that did it, but and a lot of people got on my case about it. But I'm like, are you guys a manosphere or are you the bitchosphere? I said it on Ike's channel. Is this the manosphere or the bitchosphere? Because we all wonder why Jessica X got as big as she did. Because again, guys are it all boils back to the men. What are they doing? And they're just like, well, we on about these bitches, and about 5, 7, 10. I see. I look at. I'm not even in Jessica's chat. I just look from. I'm in the clouds now. Like this is just me saying hello. I'm in the cloud watching everything on unfold. I'm like, yep, it's 2020 all over again. Nothing new. Moving on.
You want to know what the ironic thing is? And Joe Dolio was right, by the way. That is definitely a good place to park your money right now. That's on the list too.
Or
guns
or
and
alcohol.
ammunition. Oh,
alcohol is a good, easy sellable thing that you can still use later. But
I'm on top of that,
it
man.
also sells good.
Oh, trust me, I'm on top of that one.
But, I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm gonna get
all right, Red.
Get ready for
Thanks for stopping again, and everybody go check out Red Sings the Blues. Get him up to 1,000. The ironic thing about
he's got some good stuff going, guys.
You know. By the way, Red Crusader also does have a channel as well. He does put stuff up. How often do you post things? By the way,
very infrequently. It's usually kind of post like hiking philosophy kind of stuff for me.
Okay. Yeah, I did check out one of your videos. I did like it. The audio was a little bit low for whatever reason, but it might have just been on my end. I don't know.
Yeah, that was probably when I switched over to the actual traditional mic set. I didn't have the gain turned all the way up, probably.
Yeah. Happens. Trust me. I may or may not know something about having audio issues. Believe it or not.
And see, here's the funny thing. This is a lot simpler, and I can.
Yeah, you sound good,
right?
Yeah, I know
this, right?
Hell, if I'm in the field, actually, like I have the mic here now, so I sound halfway decent. But yeah, like if I'm in the field, like what I found out with that election night stream, I went through like every conceivable fucking configuration you could think of, and the only thing that worked was just having the fucking big screen, just its mics and everything. Now, apparently, I thought that you would actually need a splitter, which is what I'm using now, like the headphones and the mic and all that stuff, which went into the audio jack. Now, apparently, I don't know, maybe technology progress will, it can actually recognize input and output, like kind of like making a fucking phone call.
So what you are you interfacing all your stuff through just like a traditional 3.5 jack?
Yep.
You're not using an interface?
Nope. Because I'm going to be getting a mixer board. I'm going to be actually getting a mixer board either this week or next week, just so I can get the flagship show back going.
Because what I use, it's a Scarlett 2i2. Basically, what it is, I use it more for my guitar stuff. You can put like your thicker jacks in, and like the 3-point MTX jacks use
the 8mm or something.
Yeah. And you can stick in there. Yeah. It's cheap. Like I got the whole audio suite for like $200, which is that, and they give you like a starting kit and a mic and all that bullshit.
Oh, okay, all right. That's kind of like a start. It gets you up and running. It's not just like one thing.
For cheap, the Scarlett 2i2 is really freaking good, especially for my computer interface with my guitar stuff. So,
all right.
don't know. But you already got your mixer coming in, so.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe I don't do things the way that everybody else does, but you know what? That came with its growing pains, and now it's starting to fucking bear fruit. It's starting to fucking work now. So.
No, it's cool to see you upgraded from what I'm doing on the road right now to what you got going on in the house. That's a good deal.
It's a smartphone and a mic and headphones. That's all this is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Because when I'm at home, I use the computer, but even before this, I was
right now I can't.
My phone.
Right now, hell, apparently this place, which has 99% of this fucking roof intact, I can't get fucking Wi-Fi up here. So even if I wanted to use my fucking computer, like, I can't do that right now. Plus size that I have unlimited data on what I'm using, so fine.
Yeah, I know. Like, for the longest time, the phone was all I could use because I lived out in the cornfields, like Rob jokes about, right? So, I mean, signal, like, we had to get satellite internet, which was freaking
Jesus.
expensive.
I have looked at that, dude. I think, what is the minimum, like $80 a month or something like that?
We were paying, like, out the ass. And the premiums for going over were ridiculous.
Going over?
Verizon. Yeah. For going over.
Yeah, like you had data caps or something?
Yeah, you had a data cap.
Oh,
I think
shit.
it was like $60 or $80 somewhere in there for honestly not a lot of data.
Oh god.
Because me and the brother would game and that would just like spike it $100
that
over.
Would do it. Jesus Christ.
But I live in town now, so I got a hardwired connection, so I'm happy.
There we go. That's where it's at. Yeah, the hardwired is best. Whenever you fucking do that, trust me. Like I've done the fucking Wi-Fi's and Bluetooths and stuff, and it works for what it works for. But when you need shit fucking done, actual physical fucking wiring, again, make it a fucking real.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of Wi-Fi connections do have like the 5. There's 2 different connections that you can use. One of them is like a faster point-to-point. If you didn't know.
I did not.
I think it. Mm-hmm. So check that out with your Wi-Fi. See if there's a faster.
I don't have Wi-Fi right now.
Okay.
Hell, what's the fucked up thing is, like, what was it? I kept the same company. I moved cities, and I think the old place had like copper wiring or some shit like that. This place was supposed to have fucking fiber optics, and they even come out like the week before it was supposed to be installed. They're like, okay, we're gonna get the outside done here. Like we're installing all fresh wiring and shit here, so like we're all fucking good, And so the next week comes around. Dead Man's Hand, who is he's a new follower on Instagram, by the way. I didn't know things are gonna go like this. So if you're still listening, check out the channel, The Goddamn Bacon, on YouTube. I have the YouTube thing. It's hardwired in, so they can only hear me. They can't hear you.
Really?
Yeah. I decided to summon. I didn't know I was gonna get anybody on here, so I decided to simulcast some names. These things fucking happen. But yeah, the guy comes up, he's like, okay, there's no real fucking way for me to get up there, and like there's no driveway here. Actually, I think there's a way for them to get a van in here, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, like they weren't able to get like the little what the fuck, like the cherry picker truck or whatever to actually go all the way up there, because this place is pretty high up. Like, I literally have fucking the sniper position, like, on the block.
Weren't you saying something about your Fortress of Solitude or whatever?
Oh, Fort Sky Dungeon.
Yeah, the Sky Dungeon.
The Sky Dungeon, man.
That's funny.
Soon to be patched up at some point. But yeah, like, guy takes one look, is like, nah, I don't feel safe getting up here, man. And to be fair, what I'm looking at now, which I'm gonna have to take out, so my building manager can actually come and patch the hole and shit. Yeah, for the longest time I had just kind of like the window fans in here, and I have that if I'm cooking or smoke, sitting here smoking a cigar or something, or it's hot as fuck, and I want the exhaust fans on. Like I had to go out of there because I had like those fucking IKEA bins just kind of blocking us off. Just hey, it took me a while to put this shit together, man.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. I mean, so I can attest to that, because literally I went out there they had like they had fallen out like overnight. So I had to climb over this, this is in my kitchen. Like there's a fucking counter right here. Like I had to climb out of this and like go fucking grab the damn things. And literally like there was like a rope here, just for that very purpose. I'm all onto the fucking rope. The rope fucking snaps. I ended up falling off of this roof, like onto the next one.
Jesus
Luckily, I didn't hit the fucking ground.
Yeah. God, man.
Yeah, so I totally understand.
I'm glad I'm going splitsies with a dude on a house.
Really?
Because it has its own problems like that, since it's kind of a first time home and he didn't really know everything getting in. The homeowners didn't really take care of the place.
He's not renting it. It's he's got like a lease on it, or he's buying it or something.
Nah, he owns it. I just rent. I just rent.
Oh, I see.
To share space with them, but like these homeowners, like you want to talk about redneck patch ups, man? Oh Jesus
boy.
Christ! It's one after the other. Like there's a situation we're getting this wiring is still from the 60s, and get this, the whole time those homeowners were in that house, and this was an older couple, probably in their like mid 50s, they had not bothered to run wiring across the house, and like the whole front part of the house has no wiring in it. And what they did was put empty receptacles in and not wire them up.
The express point of that being what again?
It looks sellable.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Because you're not going to try to charge your fucking smartphone before you sign the goddamn papers, right?
Right. Exactly.
Oh my God!
Now it's those small little boo boos that just we've slowly figured out over time.
All right, and this is the place that you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I don't know. I guess if you have kids, you want to put them on timeout, you just lock them in that room or something. They can't charge their fucking phones. Like, okay.
Yeah. 2021 timeout. Put them in a room that doesn't have any electric. You got a Faraday foil the room so they can't get Wi-Fi.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what? That's where you store your electronics. When I don't know, I guess China Russia sends a fucking EMP or something over here. Just put it in there. There you go.
Or
negative positive out of a negative.
There you go. Or some
Good
crazy
Lord.
infrastructure bomber or whatever the heck was going on in Nashville.
Oh. Yeah, I asked Joe about that. Not Joe Dolio, who's in the chat. Tactical-wisdom.com, by the way. I think he has another article out that I'm going to check that out tonight when I get home. He has good shit out there. No, this guy, you may know him. What's his name? Joe Curl. Well, he usually joins the Masculine Geek
I know Curl.
chats. Yeah, he lives in Nashville. Literally, I was sending out, what was it? He's in my contacts. So I was sending out kind of like, hey, Merry Christmas stuff. And literally before I sent him that message, like I heard something, I think it was on Twitter. And it was like something going on in Nashville. So I asked like, hey, Merry Christmas. By the way, you all right? What the fuck is going on in Nashville? So he kind of gave me an idea of what was going on. Joe Dolio talked about that as well. He had a lot more info about that.
From what I could gather, it was just kind of a very mundane infrastructure target more than it was like any kind of social political bull. You know, is that right?
I don't fucking remember. You know what? I mean, well, again, Joe Stradamus, he talked about an article like what was it, like a month, maybe 2 months ago, where he was talking about like the phony utility companies, like they're beefing up their security and defensive measures. Like I told you've seen the pictures of the precincts here in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Like where they literally have like giant fucking concrete blocks that will block like anti-aircraft artillery.
That's so foreign to me. Okay, so I'll give you a hint here. I live somewhere near the Wright Patton Air Force Base.
Okay.
And that's the most heavily fortified thing I've seen in my life. Everywhere else, nobody gives a shit.
Just open.
Yeah.
But yeah, he talked about like they were doing the same thing, like AT&T, what was it? Puget Sound Energy here at the Puget Sound, like utility, like they're beefing up their security, as if they were expecting something to happen there. And now we're starting to see that shit happening.
Before this.
Well before this. Happened. Yep. Okay. I think this is and he can tell me when he put that in, he could put that in the chat when he actually put that out there. I think this is sometime after Halloween, before Thanksgiving, something like that.
Yeah, that was back when the 5G scare stuff was getting pretty hot, from what Jesus. I remember. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a crazy anarcho-capitalist freaking out, like just deciding, hell, I'll go and bomb it today. Why not?
All right, he's clarifying in the chat. They wanted to demonstrate that someone could take down net and phones easily. Okay.
And who was it? What was it? One of the anarcho?
They were saying it was like some Army Ranger or something that did the Nashville thing. I think.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
Okay, kind of.
Or at least that's who got blamed for
it. A Unibomber, or they're trying to make it sound like a Unibomber thing.
I guess. I don't know. Again, I got shit to do. I don't have time to fucking follow the fucking news, and talk about getting the girls and shit. And that was the point I actually wanted to bring up earlier. You want to know what the ironic thing about, everybody focusing on that shit is? It's the phony fucking thing about it. It has the opposite effect. You want a girl to run away from you? Chase her.
Yeah.
Everybody has it fucking backwards. If you want to, you have to be doing shit. Like, okay, I got shit to do. All right, you want to monopolize some of my fucking time, whether it's in the bedroom, outside of it? Okay, you might want to make yourself, what's in it for me? Like, is this worth my time, or is it worth my time to, I don't know, go find, a credit union to park my fucking money in? So, every month, they pay me to have my money in there, rather than me paying because I don't have enough in a bank account, But I'll go look for a fucking credit card where, okay, I can go buy something on Amazon or go get gas at Walmart. And guess what? I get 5%, off just for doing that. It's like, okay, I'm worried about that. I'm worried about, getting my fucking vehicle, the way I want it. I'm worried about getting my fucking house and get my fucking roof goddamn patch for fuck's sakes. No. I'm worried about getting myself in shape. You were just coming back from the gym. You're worried about getting yourself in shape, Well,
and I'm actually about to go, so. I'm camping out some of these dudes that are hogging up the weight machine.
All right. Well, I did have a story actually I wanted to tell. I don't know if you saw the title. I did actually have a story that I was going to tell you before all this shit happened, but it's all good with me.
Go ahead.
How does one get the girl sash? You tell us. Official story is that he was an alarm technician, and they want you to believe that he knew how to build an advanced EFP bomb. What the fuck is an EFP bomb? Maybe he meant EMP.
No, it's different. I don't remember what it stands for.
Me either.
What was it? EFP?
That's what he said. I don't know if it's typo or not.
I don't know.
Electro frequency or something. I don't know. But I got other shit to do. I mean, that's how I got the other girls. That's how Hot Russian Next. That's how we became a thing. That's where Bowl of Chaos fucking came from. That's where all the other chicks that I've talked about. That's where they came from. I was doing other shit.
You meet them along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You meet them while you're doing shit.
Yeah. You go out and make a life for yourself, and they come along. I mean, that's kind of a corny thing that some people already say, but it works better for me.
Oh, explosively formed penetrate. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's okay. I get what he means. You use to take an armored vehicle, so it's kind of like it's a more. What do you call it? More. I don't know. Not advanced, formal, whatever it is. It's a better thing. It's kind of like it's like something you use thermite for. You know what thermite is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not that hard to make. You take rust, you grind it up, and you put in aluminum powder. And you be very fucking careful with that because that shit is volatile as fuck. But basically, it gets hot enough that you can burn through. You can it'll burn through cast iron like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
And you use enough of it, you can get through apparently you can get through a fucking tank. Ask Terrence Pop how he knows.
God, next you're gonna tell them how to make a redneck sparkler thing. We used to do it as kids. We'd tie up a bunch of sparklers and light them up. You know what happens after that, maybe.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
It's a very exothermic explosion, so to speak.
Oh boy. I can only imagine what the fucking Instagram. If anybody's looking back at this. They just see me talking about stuff with the bike.
Yeah, I was gonna say
sound like Clint Eastwood, like with that whole thing where he was like he was doing a dialogue with the chair like a few years ago.
Yeah, Joe's giving you some good advice down there.
I never said do it. I didn't say that was a good idea. I just said it could be done. Kids, don't try this at home.
Don't eat paint morning.
Yeah, it's one thing to have your roof leak. It's a whole other thing to burn a hole in the fucking ground, Especially when you have people living under you.
Exactly. Or for you kids that live out in the country, it's not a good idea. Or wait, maybe it is a good idea because you won't listen to me and you'll go and do it anyway.
You gotta learn through pain and all that stuff.
Oh God. Makes me think of a story. Let me tell you a 5-second story. You're gonna love this. So a friend of mine told me back in high school that, and this was an even more redneck school than mine, two kids thought it was a good idea to get like thin sheets of like plated metal, put it on them and shoot at each other, like kids shooting at each other with BB guns.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take a log as this is actual gunpowder ammo.
We're talking 22s here. These kids thought it was a good idea to get fully armored and redneck gear and shoot themselves with 22s. Can you guess where that went?
ER.
Yeehaw!
Oh my God! Did they at least survive? Did they survive that?
Yeah, it wasn't anything awful. The one kid went to the hospital for minor injuries, but yeah,
that's what trauma plates are for. And I actually had to look that up. So if you get like armor, I do want to address Joe's chat there, but Joe, if you get like plate armor, like level 3, level 4, that kind of stuff, you do want to spend the extra money and get they're called trauma pads. And I didn't know what these were. I had to look it up. Trauma pad basically so like if you
sucks up the kinetic force from anything.
It helps spread that out because if you get shot with anything, it'll stop the bullet, but you still have to deal with the kinetic energy. Heart. Yeah, it's still not good in your ass, and depending on what kind of armor, like if it's metal, like your redneck buddies there, it's still going to leave a point in there, and the trauma pad helps with both of those. So,
yeah.
Okay, so Joe says that EFP, again, explosively formed penetrator. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. It's a small explosive. It launches a second large explosive into something else. So it penetrates whatever it needs to be penetrated. It blows up, sends it into it, and then it explodes. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, that's something you use on something like an armored vehicle or something.
Kind of makes me think of going into my redneckisms. Makes me think of these like specialized deer broadheads that they'll go into the deer and then they'll like pop out and stick, so they can't pull it out. It's that kind of deal.
Wait, is this for hunting deer or something? Will be the
No, this is for hunting deer. There's specialized broadheads that they look like a traditional broadhead, but when they go into the deer, they're triggered, and there's like a blades that pop out of the other blades, and they're like reverse cut. So when the deer's running, it doesn't like pull the arrow out.
Oh, so I guess that's a problem with just regular arrowheads.
Yeah, but that's the same kind of like thing with the explosive. You got to have like a initial entry point, and then extra
like
damage.
A hollow point.
Yep.
Like it goes in and makes a hole, but it expands and does more damage and all that stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Going back to I guess your story about what was it, the kid shooting themselves with the with the metal plates and stuff. I mean, well, title of this was Karma. So I mean, I drive for a living. I think you guys know that. So yesterday, and this is a story that really would have back in the day, this would have really pissed me off. I actually laughed my ass off during the entire fucking thing. So I actually went to go visit my buddy over in Enum called the Liberal Alpaca Lady. She has her own ranch and all that stuff. It was not like I could have went to go work, but it's like, what, fuck it. I'm just gonna go there hang on because I knew it wasn't gonna be busy, like until like 8 or 9 or something. I'm usually Sunday. I'll just hang out until like midnight and see how busy work is. So I'll go there. I hang out with her, and I actually end up getting in town at 10. Like, I'll spend 2 hours here, see how busy. And they were actually offering like extra money to, hang out till midnight. So maybe I'll get something. Spend a fucking hour just sitting around. Oh,
paid.
That.
Yeah.
No, well, here's the thing. You get paid for what you're doing. So if there's no work coming in, you're not getting paid.
No.
Which I'm fine with. That makes a little more sense to me, but kind of sucks to kind of be sitting there. Which I made time doing that, and going back to what's his name, Dead Man's Hand there. I guess he is going through some things. He had a blog up or something that he I don't know. He stopped writing in it, and I read some of his stuff, and it looks like good shit. It was kind of reminiscent of Joe's thing over at Tactical Dash Wisdom. So, but apparently he's going through some shit, and it's some of the same shit, like 2016, 2017, like, I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing here, and like I had actually quit a few times. I had other shit going on in the background. This fucking year was like that, I mean, there was a couple of weeks where like I didn't even fucking go and get groceries. Like it was bad. Shit's a lot better now. But I had to work my ass off to do that. I still do it to this day. No, but I'll say a
aren't-
message about this. Yeah.
Aren't you glad you worked for it, because 2020 would have been pretty rough, especially for you being a Seattleite.
Yeah, and you know what? That was my point about and there goes the what you call the Instagram chat. Which I guess there was more of a one-sided conversation there. Had quite a few people tune into that actually, including what's her name, A-Dub, which I'm not even going to get into that fucking story because that's a whole other thing entirely. Hey, how do you get the girls? No. They moved from fucking California up here like all of her other fucking commie buddies. No, but you know what? Again, going back to everybody worrying about the fucking calendar. Okay, 2020's over. Thank God we have 2021. Hey, has anything changed? Ain't nothing changed. You know why? Because you didn't fucking do anything. You know what? I fucking did things to make things fucking work, and now I'm fucking bearing the fucking fruits of my labor, I guess. And I'm still working. If you didn't fucking get started, 2021 ain't gonna be much better. But I was just trying to relay that story and look, keep going. You will get out of this shit, man. And trust me, I have been there. Trust me, it has sucked. I even wrote a whole fucking article and narrated. It was the post it was a 15-minute philosophy, 5 years. You type 5 years into my search bar at the goddamnbacon.com. It should pop right up. Now, I literally wrote and narrated that the day, literally 5 years to the day that I had moved into my former apartment with my former partner, Outrush Nicks. Literally 5 years to the day. And that was about, what was it? Literally everything that happened within that 5 years. It was shit I did not see coming. Leading me to question. You ever get that question if you're going to an interview? Like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, whatever. Every time I hear that, I'm like, what kind of fluff are you trying to blow up my ass?
Right?
Do you want to hire me or not?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those books, and I still remember the last person did it. This is back when I moved up here, back in 2014. I think it was like December or something like that. I had just come from an interview that I biked to, all the way in Tacoma. I was staying in South Hill, Puyallup at the time. That's where my folks had lived. I biked there, realized it was a Kirby interview, and it was one of those things where they wanted you to go canvassing. And that's like you go door to door trying to sell fucking vacuums and shit. And this was like some kid, he had to have been 22 maybe at the time. I take that back. I don't even think he was old enough to drink. I'm literally biking through the fucking. I had that interview. I went to that one. That didn't fucking work. Ended up biking to this fucking Jimmy John's because, okay, I know how to drive. I'm pretty good at that. Literally going there I'm fucking soaking wet, in whatever clothes I was wearing. I had other clothes that were at least a little bit nicer. Those in the back. I'd go change in the fucking bathroom. Go sit down, and this is fucking Ditz. What the fuck is her name? Bethany. I still remember her name. Her name was Bethany. So I'm getting by the way, apparently every fucking Jimmy John's, I don't know if you have those over there on the East Coast or down in California or Michigan or wherever the hell else, and everyone else is listening.
Ohio.
But Ohio?
Maybe. I think I've seen one down in Dayton.
Yeah, okay. Apparently all those, they're managed by some chicks in their fucking early 20s. But every single one I went to. Yeah, because I went to 3 or 4 of them. And all of them are managed by that. And by the way, funny enough, none of those worked out. But yeah, I still remember getting that fucking question. Hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Even then, I was like, I don't fucking know. Hey, look, I can drive. Do you want me to drive or not? Apparently, they didn't. That's fine, though. You know what? I ended up with me getting another job where I ended up doing the driving for a living thing. And I got paid way more than she fucking did being a manager. Now, she has since gone from there. I'm going to guess, she got some guy to attach herself to. So she's gone. Hey, I'm glad that happened. I'm much better for it. But you know what? A lot of this shit would not have seen coming. Anyways, so finally, I'm finishing that. I'm sitting in the parking lot at McDonald's because, brothers, I figured this out here. You know, after 10 o'clock, just go to McDonald's. That's going to be busy. Even that was busy. I finally got an order there. And the way my job works now is you know what you're making up front. And if you know what to look for, you can see if you got tipped or not. This one did not have a tip on it. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm only going to be here for an hour. And I'll go ahead and run it. I'm going to sit on it for a minute because that's just what I do now. Like, if I see that shit, that's something that has really been kind of, it's not really pissed me off all that much, but it's like, okay, I get, you know, you're paying like some fees or something to get this shit, but you're paying for the convenience of sitting on your ass and having shit brought to you. I mean, it's not just food, it's like other things I end up running.
Right. I mean,
you know?
People don't understand, like, you're going to have to, you're going through a service and they have to make money off of you. If you don't want to do that, you literally can go do something with your life, even if it is just a drive to the frickin' McDonald's. Literally, do something.
You can sit on your, you can go do that and sit on your ass. Literally, the whole point of a drive-through.
Yeah, you can go through the drive-through, sit in your car, and not do nothing for what, like 10, 15 minutes, if at the most.
Hey, I'll tell you something. Just quick analogy here. So there's it is a chain, but it's a pretty, kind of one of those bigger steakhouses out here. It's called Daniel's Broiler.
Okay.
So one Christmas, I think it was 2016, 2017, something like that. You know, I had for Christmas, I had rented an Airbnb close by to one of them. It's a neighborhood called Les Chai, which is, depending on where you are, it's kind of a nicer part of town. It ain't Capitol Hill, let's put it that way. So we get an Airbnb there, and we go to Daniel's Broiler. So we had other things there. I think we had, like, what was it, lobster beef and some other shit. We had gotten 2 bottles of wine, and we had gotten a ribeye. Now, the ribeye was about $80 or so, and one of the bottles of wines, I can't remember how much the other one was, but it was like $64. Now, for that same price, if I went to literally the grocery store and got that same bottle of wine, it was Chateau St. Michel's, it was India Wells Cabernet Sauv, and that same USDA Prime ribeye, and just made this shit at home, how much do you think it would cost?
Oh, you're gonna at least take most of the overhead is there. It really is. You're paying for a lot of it there. It's ridiculous.
It's a markup of 4 times. So $64 to get that bottle of wine. By the way, that does not include the included 20% gratuity, by the way. By the way, the employees are 20%? Not. Yeah, and that was something because Seattle is going to Seattle. Employers were not happy about that. By the way, I ended up tipping the guy. And I just gave him an extra 20 anyways. But yeah, $64 for a bottle of wine there. $16 if you get it at the fucking store. If you know where to go, USDA Prime ribeyes by the pound, $16, $17, or maybe 20 if it depends on when you go. $80 to get it cooked for you there at the restaurant.
Well,
it doesn't matter. You're still getting a markup.
Yeah. You're either paying for convenience, you're stupid, or you don't care.
Or all three. Some combination of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I mean, I'm looking, I was like, okay, look, I'm a cheap date, dude. You throw an extra $1 in there, like I'll be more like, I'll get that shit too. And I'm looking, I was like, look, I'll get it to you. I'm not even mad at this one. I'm like, it's the end of the week. I don't fucking care. But I'm gonna say, you know what? This dead man's hand guy, like, I'd rather, type some words of encouragement to this guy, so maybe it'll help him out. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's doing okay. I'll see. I haven't logged back into the Instagram, by the way, in a minute too. Aside from just getting the live stream going. I'm like, okay, so I go ahead. No, I finish that up. Start my car. I go through the drive-through, and he ordered. It looked like what was it? It looked like one thing. Apparently, McDonald's has done a lot of different things. They apparently have like different things. Like you can just get like a full-on meal or something, or just all kinds of different things. It's kind of like a package deal. So it looks like one item, but it's all this other shit. And I like going through there because, hey, you know what? It ain't high fucking, but you know what? They got their shit together. I can get in and out. You know, I'll run McDonald's orders all fucking day. You know, big chains and shit like that has their shit together. I'll run that shit all fucking day. You know, a lot of times they get paid pretty fucking decently to do it. You know, that drive-through was pretty fucking long. I didn't fucking care. I'm just scrolling through things on Instagram, taking, you know, screenshots of shit that's going to get my videos taken down on here, you know, later.
Yeah, and you're not wasting that time off. You're doing something else, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm fine with. You know, okay. Back when I was really fucking hurting from, I was like, hey, you know, I'm already not getting groceries. I'd like to be able to pay for rent. Okay, that would have been a little bit more stressful for me. I'm fine now, so okay. Look, I could have written off this entire fucking night, of which I probably should have anyways. I'm glad it didn't though. This was fucking hilarious. Again, you have negative things. Find a way to turn it into a positive. That's kind of my whole message here. But here's the message of maybe not schadenfreude specifically, but kind of karma. You get what you pay for. So I pick up the order, and the destination is not that far away. Now, I get there, and I know the city, and this is an address that I wasn't exactly familiar, but I knew the area. And I'm pulling him like, okay, this is not right because where this pin is, there's no address there. It's a fucking parking lot.
I love GPS.
And dude, it's to the point. Google Maps, if you're listening, go fuck yourself. And MapQuest, go fuck yourself too. Because you all suck. I've used you across 4 different fucking devices, and your GPS, your tracking is shit. It's to the point. I just put the map there, and I sort of look. It has like kind of where you are relative to where you're going, and I just use that and use the fucking like. I just do my own navigation now. Like I don't even bother using it.
Hey, I mean, you know, for all you know, they wanted to meet in the parking lot and deal on some fast food drugs, man.
Oh, well, you know what? That's happened before, and I'm kind of glad people have actually picked up on this trick. You know, like because sometimes I'll be in town and maybe I want to order something through my service, so I'll do that. Like I've had people like, you know, they'll at least put it in the notes or something. Like I drive, there's this address, and it was a refined pin or whatever, and like it's literally like somebody there in their car. You know. Okay, that's fine with me. You cool. Got your order. I got paid. There we go. That's it. Right. Hey, that's how capitalism works, fuckers.
I'm imagining this. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. I'll continue the damn story.
No, I'm just imagining this dude like he's like dealing some weed or some shit. He comes up like, "Oh man, you got me my food. You want some weed?"
I've gotten tipped that before, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Seattle. I get there. So here's what happens. So you can have different addresses kind of saved into, you know, the app or the email, or not the email, you know, website post, whatever. Your account can have different emails. So a lot of people, they'll have their workplace, you know, they want to get something delivered for lunch, and then they'll have their home. Now, last time this happened, this also worked in my favor. Somebody ordered a bunch of Indian food. This was literally, what was it? It was New Year's Eve this happened. Yes, I worked New Year's Eve. I only worked, by the way, I worked for less than 3 hours and made like almost $90.
Hey man, I mean, like, you know, people want to be lazy and be with their families. For me, like, I'm a young bachelor and I don't make it a point to really do much of anything during that time. So I got time to myself, right?
Nope. Yeah, why not? Hey, take the fucking money. But what ended up happening, like, well, this wasn't that big of a deal, as far as that one goes. But the New Year's Eve one, so it was this place, was it Seattle's a Cancer Care Alliance or something like that? It's a big thing up here.
Oh boy.
By the way, 85. I looked into this
name.
place. 85% taxpayer funded. Yet they still want more donations. But I was going there immediately. You know something's fucking wrong. Turns out she forgot to set her, her delivery for home, which was in Normandy Park. Which, if you don't know the area, that's about 20 fucking miles away. I'm like,
city driving. That's probably pretty far away.
Highway driving, that's pretty fucking far away. Well, what ended up happening, what she actually did was, lady, she had called me back. She said, hey, you like Indian food? Like, sure. It's like, there you go. You can have it. Happy New Year's. Okay, cool. Thanks. That's what I've been eating on the last few days.
All right.
So this fucking case, turns out, same thing. He works in this part of downtown. He lives in an area, it's called Pioneer Square. That's where a lot of the fucking homeless people are. That's like the homeless capital. Not that they aren't everywhere else up here, but that's where a lot of the real entrenched camps are. So he's down there. I actually know where he is. And so I'm on phone support. You can't market orders delivered, if you're not at least within the area. So you have to have them reset that. And I'm on the way there. And support people, I could tell this is somebody in like Pakistan or the Philippines or something. For whatever they're saying, like, okay, this is too far away. Like, no, it's not. It's a mile down the fucking road. It's like, or do you have the right fucking address? And like, as I'm pulling up to this fucking place, by the way, parking there fucking horrific. They said, okay, we are canceling this order. It's too far away from where the merchant was. And like, you're gonna get paid the full amount, which again, I wasn't getting tips, so nothing really to write home about. I could have maybe gotten a decent sized pint of beer or something for it.
All right.
Then what you do with the order is up to you. I'm like, all right, well, I shouldn't be making this effort. I got another order. We'll talk about that in a second. I got another order. Like that one said, I'm like, okay. I tried calling the guy. He said, again, makes sense. Call me when you're here. Okay, try call him. We go through a proxy service, so I'm not using my actual number. That ends up getting close. Like, good. Okay, you can't use this number anymore because I guess the order comes out. Apparently, they updated that because usually I can at least text somebody back. Like they'll text me back. So hey, thanks for delivering this. Like, hey, you too. Have a great night and all that kind of stuff. Can't text. Can't call him. Can't text him. I know where he is. I'm like, okay, maybe he's in the lobby. I shouldn't be making this effort, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Just to cover my ass. Walk out. I see a guy sitting there. I knock on the fucking door. Guy doesn't get up. So like, okay, I guess it's not him. I'm gonna go run this other order. I go there. I go pick this order up. You know where this fucking order is going? Look on the map if you want to picture this. It's going all the way to fucking West Seattle. Now, West
Where
Seattle
are you at,
is
like
I've been no, well, this is all in Seattle. Like I'm in a neighborhood called Pioneer Square, which isn't that far. Okay. But here's the thing about that. There's the freeway usually. There's a highway that usually runs into there. They closed that or not this year, but last year, because apparently there was like some structural integrity issues. And then the compound things, there's another kind of like street, like pedestrian level area you can cross that's under it. That also was closed off. But it is closed off to like transit and first responders and stuff. And that's it's between 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So anytime during that time, if you want to get from Seattle to West Seattle, you have to make this long fucking trek, like all the fucking way around to get to it. Now, luckily, this was at like 11:20 or something, or like 11:20, 11:30, something like that. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to run this. And that one I got paid pretty decently for. I was like, okay, I'm running this and I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit. I'm leaving. I run that. Luckily, I'm able to use the bridge. The fucking map doesn't know that. So it has this long ass fucking time for me to deliver it. I'm like, all right, we'll go ahead. I go home. So I get home. I have this bag of McDonald's. It's heavier than it should be. I'm like, okay, maybe this is all packaging or something. I know there's a fucking drink in there. It didn't fucking what listed on the fucking ticket was like it was a Big Mac meal. It was like 2 things of fries and whatever the fuck the sauces were. And so I open it. You want to know what the fuck was in this goddamn bag?
Weed.
Too big. That would have been something. Now, there's a reason I'm bringing this up. You probably would be on weed if you're ordering this.
Okay.
There was a D and a Big Mac and 2 things of fries. There was also another Big Mac, 2 10-packs of fucking what was it? And 2 10-packs of fucking nuggets.
Jesus Christ, man.
It was delivering all that fucking food. And I didn't even get a fucking dollar for fucking, I didn't get $1 at it just for running that shit. And for doing all that fucking effort. Like, bro, for real? You know what? Guess what? I got to keep that shit. Thank you. It's like, you know what?
God.
Now, I'm sure he probably got refunded for it or whatever, but you know what? Again, you got what you paid for. Hell, I shouldn't have even made that fucking effort.
Yeah, it just makes me want to not use a third-party delivery service even more.
I mean, well, all that was on his end. He's the one that forgot to fucking update his address. I mean, by the way, that fucking run that was like on their end, it would have looked like fucking 7 or 8 fucking miles. I don't know how that wasn't out of the fucking delivery range, but this wasn't. No, I don't know. This is a fucking customer service issue or something like that. But you know what? But I would have felt bad. Like if the guy like left me like $5 or something, I would have felt bad. But fuck it. This has not been a new fucking thing too. Like I've seen like they're ordering like 4 fucking main course dishes, or I'm having to shop for like 100 different fucking things at like Walgreens or CVS or some shit like that. They're like nothing. Like, okay. Some of these I've actually just started like if it's starting to get too bad, like I'm like, all right, I'm not running it. Have somebody else do it.
So how much free shit do you get off of mistakes?
Not that many, honestly. Usually things are pretty smooth. I mean, these are anomalies. I'm surprised this kind of happened back to back, honestly. It's kind of why they're stories.
Okay.
Red Sings the Blues is going live in 30 minutes, by the way.
All right. Well, I'd watch them if I wasn't going to the gym. But
how's the gym looking over there? By the way, everybody leaving there or what?
The normal people are out finally. So.
All right.
Yeah, I might have to dip, man.
I'm gonna get out of here too. Yeah, you know what? Hey, again, 2021. Look, if you're waiting for a calendar to change your life, it ain't happening. You
Just go out and
moaning about all the negative shit, or you can find a way to turn into a positive fucking thing. Yeah. Hell, I could have been pissed off at all this shit that happened. It worked in my favor.
Yeah, and I mean, people do need some guidance. Don't get me wrong, but like, there are a lot of people just hanging out past like all the good information, right? And a lot of people drop their information their good information pretty fast. And some people just hang out for the rambling after, and it's like, take that actionable information and go and do something with it.
Yeah, take the info and fucking do. Yeah.
And I do have a video. I do have a video from last year of me basically saying that, like, okay, I've sat and watched shit enough. It's time for me to use that information and go.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what the information there is for. I mean, it's not Netflix. It's not fucking Cartoon Network. It's not there just for your entertainment. It's there for you to actually fucking do something. You know, so do you want to live vicariously through Donovan Sharp or, Raul Tomasi or me or, the safety doc or somebody like that? Or are you going to actually do something with this? I mean, if you want to be lazy, that's fine. You know what? Guess what? Even if we are just talking about getting the girls, unpopular opinion, you know what? As far as that goes, actually, I kind of want you to do that. You know what? That's less competition for me.
Hey, you know what? It's a let them burn mentality. You can only tell somebody so much before you try to light the fire under their ass, and if they don't move, let them burn.
Let them burn. Exactly. Hell, I think that's the best way we can end this. Thanks for joining the chat. By the way, anybody still listening, go and subscribe to what was it, Red Crusader and
Red Crusader.
I think what was your avatar? Is like it's an actual knight or something.
It's the god Tyr. He's got like a severed arm, and that one he's like beheading somebody or some corny nonsense. It's kind of masculine Twitter, but
All right. No, I made the point to ask that because I think when I had actually looked at, there was like two of them labeled that. So I want to make sure everyone gets the right one.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of like Knights Templar people. It's not them. Look for the black and white picture.
All right. There we go. All right. On that note, he's going to go to the gym, and I got a fucking roof to patch, for fuck's sakes. All right. Until next time, buddy. All
right. See you, Bacon.
See you later. See everybody else. Until next time, take care.
Adios.
Stay ready. Keep it tactical. And above all else, be chaos, my friends.